Christmas, the time of year where families forcefully spend time together, eat and open presents. Of course, with that being said, it's a perfect opportunity for companies to make as much money as they can. Game publishers usually release games around Christmas to get into that cash grab, and some publishers even make Christmas games just because it's themed around it. But instead of one game this time, we're going to focus on multiple Christmas games and see if we can find the worst Christmas game. Let's just jump into this pile of shit. We got Santa Saves the Earth for PS1 and Game Boy Advance. Don't jump into a pile of shit though, it's just really unhygienic. Straight off the bat you can tell it's Christmas. It's fucking Santa Claus! Doing Jingle Bells in the background, but only the first part of Jingle Bells. Over and over again. I mean, you wouldn't want it to be too annoying playing the whole song repeatedly. Look at these characters though, it looks like something they made out of Play-Doh. And just for reference, we are playing the Game Boy Advance version. Before we move on, I want to show you the box art. What ungodly nightmare did someone have about Christmas to think of these enemies? We'll talk about them later though. Oh yeah, I'm sure that shadow figure makes sense with the mask of Santa Claus. Okay, so the story is there was one day left until Christmas and Santa is packing presents for the children around the world. By looking at the size of that sack, there is a lot of naughty kids this year. Nylum or Nilum, whatever the hell you want to call her, says that he can't do that and must stop him giving all those gifts out. So she sends him to the magic land somehow and we must help Santa escape. That's it. I just want to point out from after this introduction, there's no reference to Christmas, except Santa Claus, but they just decided fuck it, let's remove Christmas from the game. But here is the game. Looks like and plays like piss too. This game has 3 fucking items in the game. Snowballs, slow but does a lot of damage. Tomatoes that look like donuts when you collect them, but fast and weak. And Santa's sack. Enter penis joke here. This is the most useless weapon in the game as it's weak, slow and has no range. Even Santa panics when he has it equipped. He's like, no, get away from me! It doesn't show it either, but you are limited on your items as well. Was it so difficult to add a number next to it? The levels are just a maze. There's no indication of anything. You go one direction to pick up a key, and then you go another direction to unlock the door and pick up another key, then the next direction to unlock the final door and then to the next level. The fucking point? I have no idea. It's just lazy game design. Oh, what are these? Well, when you collect these items, it fills up the bars in the top corner. And once they reach the top, nothing happens. I'm not joking, nothing happens. Enemies, we've got Caveman Vault Boy, looks totally different from the box. Methed up Chester Cheetah. We got this. And Chameleon, cause why not? They are your only enemies besides the bosses. It's amazing to think how imaginative these designers are. Now let me tell you about the music. These are the most baffling sounds I've ever heard. Not only has it nothing to do with Christmas, it doesn't have to do with anything. I can't even think of what setting or situation these songs could actually go with. And of course there's like 4 songs for the whole game. Imagine ordering this for your music collection from one of those TV commercials.
You can order these 2 limited edition CDs to add to your collection. Includes hits like and don't forget the holiday classic. Order now while stocks last.
Price is $59.99, not including postage and package. You have no idea what you're getting into, and this is all. No refunds. Oh, what's this? Ah, it's this invincibility. Let's go! Oh no, it doesn't protect me at all. Oh, it just makes me jump higher. That's useful, since the majority of the game is in narrow caves. As you can tell, all the level settings have nothing to do with Christmas, except level 2, which just has ice. But the biggest flaw about this game and its levels, not only does it send you through a maze, it tricks you. Oh, items? Let me just grab it. Oh, fuck you, you lied to me. I get it if I die by my own mistake, but they intentionally lure you into traps you can't get out of. It's like when someone brings dates to Christmas. You just want to ruin my day, don't you? Last boss is just this person who runs from left to right, sometimes jumping and... What? Look at how much space is in between us. I can nearly fit another me in there. What the fuck is this? You can't hit her normally, but you can hit her in the face when she goes in the air. Logic. Once defeated, she just flies up and then it says that Santa was out on time. And the end. This game doesn't make me feel jolly in the slightest. It just makes me resent Christmas. Next up we have Days Before Christmas for the Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis. I'm serious, don't jump into shit. You see, I wouldn't even consider putting this on the list. I'm being honest, the game isn't that bad. You hear glorious 16-bit music, Animations and controls are great, stage select is an advent calendar, this is a Christmas game. But why do I even mention it? Well, it just has one tiny issue. Santa is Satan. Yep, you heard me. You are told this by one of the first screens in the game, and in the story, he is referred to as Anti-Claus. Every time you find a cup of coffee, you turn into, quote, Anti-Claus. It's fucking Satan. Some deviant music comes on and you're invincible for a short time. You just want to wreck everything. I'm not joking, you'll be playing normally, having the time of your life, but once you collect that coffee, you'll become this different person. This game, for obvious reasons, got cancelled. Imagine if this got released today. The uproar would be incredible. This was published by Sunsoft, who also released Batman on the NES, Lemmings on the NES, and Days Before Christmas. All the bosses are from the title screen, you beat the weatherman at the end, and just like Santa saves the Earth, it basically says Merry Christmas and the end. Except this game was more tolerable to play. There's a scoreboard as well, and of course Santa Claus will be at the top. I'm dickhead. Alright, next one is Elf Bowling. I thought the sound of my system wasn't working because the title screen is dead silent, until the next page where you're greeted with Elf Elf Baby. Yeah, you heard that right. I thought there wasn't any sound for the other one either until... fucking hell. There's really not much to say, I mean it's bowling. They try to be funny and it fails. Every time the pins come down they always say, I have a wife, you know. They make crude jokes like... Which in all honesty, I don't want my masculinity being questioned while playing a bowling game. At one point one of their heads got decapitated. Jesus shit! And another people are in a group effort this time to clap their asses at me. This doesn't make me laugh, it just pisses me off. It makes me wonder who the audience of this game is. It's an adult sense of humour who really like Christmas and bowling. Grandpa. Grandpa would like this game. Then you got this. Don't know what the fuck this is. It's got a Titanic scoreboard with an iceberg in the background. Generally I was confused on how to play, but after a while I realised the board at the bottom there flashes and you just press A when it flickers red and you get the most points. This indicates your power. Oh, there's this one.
Hey Kringle, I got laid. Like... Kringle, I've got crab. Hey, want some crack?
And that's it of this game really. And when you beat the fraudulent Santa, that's it. You beat the whole game. Merry Christmas. I think we'll end this on one of the most iconic Christmas movies there is today. And it's Home Alone. This time it's for Super Nintendo and Sega. Right at the beginning, Harry and Marv discuss robbing the house and getting the kid. There's two songs you will hear always in this game. This and this. Very upbeat. While I'm figuring out the controls, you might notice there's an emerald ring the size of my head just sitting on the drawers to my room, because you know, every kid's day-to-day items. In the top corner there's a number under the safe. This indicates how many valuables left to collect, and the blue bag is what you have on you. You can only collect 6 at a time. Then have a chute in your house for some reason to drop it off. Somehow my emerald ring just turns into a candle stand. In fact, no matter what item you put in there, it always turns up into a candle stand. You have a water gun and a slingshot that absolutely do nothing, so when you have enemies chasing you, you can't do anything to defend yourself. Of course the enemies would involve Harry, Marv and this guy. Who the fuck is this guy? But who the fuck leaves all their valuable shit lying around? They are asking to be robbed. They just have stacks of cash lying around. In their defense though, they did hide some of the cash behind this picture. I only found it though because I was struggling to get up the stairs. Like this scenario here, he finds a bag of cash in the shitter, he finds another emerald ring in the laundry basket, then he helps himself to some pizza from the bathtub. Fucking filthy animal! Every time you die, you get a Kevin screaming with a poorly cut picture. Lose all your lives? Harry and Marv just say we got him and game over. If you find all the items and put them in the chute, you have to find the locked door to the basement with a key outside of it. Convenient, I know. And then you have to dodge all the bats and rats to get to the end. For fuck's sake, Kate, call an exterminator! And give them one of your 100 rings or pile of cash you have lying around. Get to the end, you put all the items in the safe and you're off to the next level, which is the fucking same but a different theme. It's like this throughout the game, nothing changes. No matter if you like to show off how rich you are, why the hell would this sort of shit be out of the safe and scattered around the house? For example, Kevin's desk. Another example, the shithole. The ending scene shows Kevin hugging her mum and making amends, while Harry and Marv are being locked up. By the way, if you want to copy and paste a scene from the movie, make sure you get one where there isn't sun shining on the back of their head while they're still in a fucking jail cell. Not the worst game, but certainly not the best. And that's all the crummy Christmas games we have today. I gotta say the worst one's probably Santa Saves the Earth. Just thinking about it pisses me off. Just looking at every point in the design is goofy, especially the amount of times it tricks you. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, just fuck off. Happy holiday! And a Merry Christmas to you all, and Happy New Year of course. As you might notice, this video is now in stunning 60 frames per second. Whether the video quality in my next videos will be any better, I have no idea. This video is a bit of a late one, but better late than never. But thank you very much for watching. If you have reached this part of the end, make sure you check out some other videos that I have done. Once again, if your 2016 was bad, then I hope your 2017 is an improvement. Let's hope. It will be. Stay positive. Take care, guys. Have a good year.